What's up everyone and welcome back. Today I'm going to be going over my new comic book day haul from December 22nd, 2021's new comic book day. While I would typically be going over my top 10 list, instead I'm going to be going over my top 5 list and showing off some awesome omnis that I just recently got as well. A lot of you already know I just finished up moving. I just got set up at my new LCS and I didn't have a pull list set up with them, so I missed out on some books. Specifically, they were short on Diamond books, so I didn't end up getting Radiant Black issue number 11 and a few other ones, so I'm going to get them later in the week. And to be quite honest, I actually was pretty unimpressed with a lot of these books, so I figured a top 5 list was going to be better. But before I get started off on any of this stuff, if you are new to the channel, I drop weekly comic book content that's going to keep you up to date on all the latest releases. So if you don't want to miss out on that, be sure to hit the subscribe button down low and the little bell to get notified. Every time I drop new content, you won't regret it. And now without further ado, let's get started on this haul. So I hope you all had a fantastic new comic book day this week and you were able to pick up all of your books on time. As I was saying before, my LCS got shorted on some Diamond books, specifically the Image ones, so I'm going to be picking them up a little bit later in the week. But in the meantime, I've got some awesome omnis that I just got in the mail. I got them from OrganicPricedBooks.com, CheapGraphicNovels.com on their Black Friday sale. I don't know if you guys tuned in for that, but they killed it on Black Friday. And I also got one of these from my LCS, The Encounter in Bethlehem, Pennsylvania. Go check them out. It's an awesome shop, incredible group of dudes, and they've got insane sales. They really do have almost everything. The first Omni I'm going to be showing off today was from the Black Friday sale from Cheap Graphic Novels. I think I got this for like $35, brand new. It was insane. We've got Thunderbolts Volume 1 Omnibus. So this covers the Thunderbolts 1997 0 through 33, Thunderbolts Annual 1997, Thunderbolts Distant Rumblings, issue number 1, The Incredible Hulk from 1968, issue number 449, Spider-Man Team Up, issue number 7, Heroes for Hire from 97, issue number 7, Captain America and Citizen V, Annual from 1998, Avengers from 1998, issue number 12, and it also says that there's material from Tales of the Marvel Universe, issue number 1. So this is the front cover. Moving over, we got the spine, and then moving off to the back. I'm going to try to get a little bit of a close-up for you. And now, this is my favorite part about Omnibus. So once you take this nice little dust jacket off, they started doing these, I'd say a little bit more recent. Not all of the books, but a lot of them have these awesome, incredible covers then right here for the book itself. A lot of the older ones, for example, the Amazing Spider-Man issue that I have, all it is just black, and then across it, it just says The Amazing Spider-Man Volume 1 Omnibus. It's a little boring, so I really like that they started adding artwork to the book itself. The next one I'm going to be moving on to, another one that I got from Cheap Graphic Novels Black Friday sale. We've got Captain America. This is the Rick Remender one. This one covers Captain America from 2012. Issues number 1 through 25, Winter Soldier, The Bitter March, issues 1 through 5. All new Captain America, Fear Him, issues 1 through 4. All new Captain America 1 through 6, and Hail Hydra 1 through 4, all by Rick Remender. Another one, so that's the front. We've got the side right here for you. And now moving on to the back. This one feels a little different. So some of the omnibus, a lot of the newer ones and the reprints, they feel a lot flatter on the spine. And I don't know if it's just me, but it feels like when you open it up, it just has a better chance of kind of having that crease that goes down the center after you read it a couple times. I don't know, just my opinion. If you feel that same way, comment it down below. But this one also has some incredible artwork on the book itself. There's the front, we've got Captain America, and then moving it off to the back. Oh man, that's so cool. We got Falcon on there as well. Man, I'm so happy I was able to pick this one up. I think this one was $31 on their Black Friday sale. Like I said, they absolutely killed it. They had insane deals. Now moving on to this next one. This is the one that I picked up from my LCS, The Encounter in Bethlehem, Pennsylvania. This one, hear me out, this was $25. It wasn't brand new, but still, I saw it. I obviously had to pick it up. We've got Deadpool. So this omnibus collects Deadpool from 2012, issues 1 through 45. So this is a massive omni. It also collects Deadpool, Dracula's Gauntlet, issue number 1 through 7, and Death of Wolverine, Deadpool and Captain America, issue number 1, all by Jerry Dugan, Brian Posen, I think I said that name right, Tony Moore, and a few others. So that's going to be the front. We've got the side for you, and now moving on to the back. That's a pretty sweet dust jacket as well. But the book, I mean, nothing too special, but I think they did a pretty cool job with this one too. We just have Deadpool on it. But the little Deadpool symbol just kind of goes across the entire book itself. So I'm moving that one out of the way. We're down to the last one. This one I don't actually have open yet. I got this one from OrganicPricedBooks. The cool thing about that one is it actually said it was sold out on the website, but I clicked add to cart. It was an option and it was shipped like a day later. And obviously with all these places, they have incredible shipping. This one's not actually opened, but it doesn't have a dust jacket on it either, so I'm just going to show it off real quick. This one collects the first 3 arcs of the Once and Future series. I talked about this one before. I thought the series itself was pretty good, but much better read in a trade paperback hardcover form. So as soon as I saw this, knew I had to pick this one up. And like I was saying, it collects the first 3 arcs, and I think it's issues 1 through 18. Not 100% on that one. I just got this one in the mail. But now let's move on to the top 5 list and some of the other books that I picked up. So as I was saying before, I managed to pick up a total of 9 issues this week. My LCS did get shorted on some Diamond books, specifically Image ones, so I am going to be picking up the rest of my books later in the week. And then with the rest of these, I really wasn't too impressed with a lot of them, so I decided to do a top 5 list instead of a top 8 list. And even with that, one of the books, I'm not caught up in the series yet. It's Iron Man, issue number 15. This is cover A, the gorgeous Alex Ross cover. I've only read a couple of the issues. I know, I need to pick up the rest of them at some point. 15 issues deep now. If you remember, I found, I think, 1 through 13 all in the dollar bin at one of my LCSs back in Oklahoma. I was really stoked about it, but just haven't had an opportunity to pick the rest up. With the rest of these, they were just very okay. I didn't dislike any of these books. There was just nothing really impressive about them. And as always, just be aware, there's probably going to be spoilers in here. I'm going to put a little spoiler tag at the bottom once I get a little bit in depth with some of these issues. But just so you guys know, there's probably going to be some sort of spoiler. With these few, they're in no particular order. I'm not going to be covering too in depth. But this first one, we've got the new Miss Marvel Beyond the Limit series from Marvel. This is issue number 1. This is a limited series. This is the variant cover for this. I was really looking forward to this. I'm a huge fan of Miss Marvel. I think that character is very underappreciated. And a new limited series, I was excited for it, but I don't know. I have this thing where every time there's a new character coming out on the big screen, Marvel likes to release a little mini series or kind of a maxi series for them. And I feel like this is exactly what this is. It felt a little cheesy. Nothing too crazy happened. They were kind of catching us up on everything that happened to Miss Marvel recently in the last volume, and I think even some stuff from the one before that. So it's just kind of getting the readers up to speed on who she is, what she's all about. And then just, a couple little things happen, but nothing too crazy in it. If you're a big Miss Marvel fan, definitely pick it out. Let me know what you thought about it down low. Moving on to this next one, we've got Marvel's The Amazing Spider-Man, issue number 82. This is cover A for this, and while I have been a huge fan of this series, I've talked about it plenty of times, they're releasing ASM issues every single week. I think even one week there was a main issue plus a tie-in that went in with it. And I just kept thinking at some point they're going to run out of big issues and a lot of material, and they're going to start filling us in with just these kind of filler issues that have nothing to do with anything. That's kind of how I felt about this one. It focuses more on Peter Parker, and in the beginning I thought it was more, maybe it was going to be a dream. It didn't end up being that, but overall, just a very okay issue. I think they changed the artist for this one as well. Not 100% sure on that. And now moving on to this final one, we've got Images, A Righteous Thirst for Vengeance, issue number 3. This is cover A. This is a series I just keep hoping that it gets better. And every time I read it, I just think, all right, I want a little bit more info. I want to know a little bit more backstory. And 3 issues deep, I'm just kind of unimpressed with it. I think I'm going to give it one more issue. I have talked to a lot of other people that are really intrigued by it right now, but they're kind of feeling the same way. So let me know down below in the comment section what you thought about these 3 books, but now let's move on to the real top 5 list. All right, so here we go. We had the Omnibus Haul, the books that didn't make the top 5 list, but now we've got coming in at number 5. This is Marvel's Venom, issue number 3. This is cover A. So I really liked the first issue, maybe because it kind of picked up where the last Venom series left off, and then it had a big shock value at it. And then what we saw kind of happen to Eddie at the very end, I was really interested in that. The second issue, still pretty interesting because we got to see the other perspective of that. It focused more on Dylan Brock, and obviously that's where the story is going to be going. But now, getting all that out of the way, and now we're moving into the actual series, we're kind of seeing some other characters, we're learning where the plot and the main story is going to be going. I don't know how I feel about it. Reading this issue and kind of seeing, this is going to be a spoiler, seeing how they're trying to kind of weaponize the symbiote, I thought, I don't know if I'm really going to be interested in that. I hope they can do it. It's Ram V. I know he's a killer writer, and the artwork is fantastic as well. But to see all these different corporations now trying to capture Dylan and then capture the symbiote, so they can weaponize it. I don't know. I'm obviously going to keep going with it. I love Spider-Man. I love Venom. And I'm hoping they do a great job with it. But as of now, I'm a little skeptical to see where this series is going to be going. But with that being said, we've got Venom, issue number 3, coming in at number 5. And next up on my list this week, we've got coming in at number 4. This is Marvel's Black Panther, issue number 2. This is cover A. So when I reviewed the first issue, I talked about how I thought it was a pretty good job setting up a new reader. I personally didn't read any of the old Black Panther stuff from the last volume. I don't know what T'Challa's been up to. I don't know what's happening in Wakanda, but I thought they did a pretty decent job getting us up to speed. Kind of filled us in that T'Challa isn't really in charge of Wakanda anymore. He set up a secret agency, and then, stuff happened from there. This issue pretty much picked up with that. T'Challa's out here kind of bringing everyone back together, saying, hey, the secret agency, it's done, it's disbanded, someone figured us out, and now some assassins are coming after you guys specifically. That's where this issue is, and it kind of just follows one of the special agents and then the assassins coming. Had a lot of action, had some nice plot development in there as well, but I'm really interested to see what they do with these assassins, kind of what this secret agency is. I'm not sure. In the last volume, we got a little bit more info on that. So if you guys read the last stuff about Black Panther, fill me in down low if you could. I would really appreciate it. But let me know what you think about this one too, because like I said, I'm a new reader to a lot of modern Black Panther stuff. I don't really know what's happening, but as a new reader to this series, I think they're doing a pretty good job on it so far. So for those reasons, we've got Black Panther, issue number 2, coming in at number 4. Next up on my list this week, we've got coming in at number 3. This is Boom Studios, House of Slaughter, issue number 3. This is cover A, and I'm still loving this series. I think they're doing a phenomenal job on it. I love the artwork, I love the storytelling, and just the dynamic between the two main characters. We have Aaron and Jace. I love what they're doing with them both. But this issue in particular, I think they told it very well. We kind of saw a modern present-day story happening, the one that they kind of started off with where Aaron got sent to pretty much kill Jace. That's happening, but then at the same time, they're doing a flashback, I think it's 15 years, and they're showing them kind of grow their relationship together. But the cool thing is that the dialogue matches up with the stories that they're telling and the flashbacks that are going on between modern day and then back in the day. The story that's being told kind of translates back into the other story. If you're reading it, you're going to know what I'm talking about, but honestly, I think they did a fantastic job with it, and I can't wait to see where they go with this story. But for those reasons, we've got House of Slaughter, issue number 3, coming in at number 3. And here we go. We're down to the top 2 issues of the week we've got coming in at number 2 this week. This is Marvel's Moon Knight, issue number 6. This is cover A. I was a big fan of this issue. It wasn't what I thought it was going to be, but I love what they did with it. So this issue kind of picks up where the last one left off with a lot of action right off the start. But this issue doesn't really focus on Mark Spector Moon Knight. There's another Moon Knight in there as well, and he came to the rescue. But the cool thing about that was then we got a whole backstory on this character, why he loves the whole Moon Knight, God of Khonshu, and just why he doesn't really respect Mark Spector in that sense. He thinks he's kind of a disgrace, and he's letting down the name of Moon Knight. So with that being said, I thought they did a really good job. There wasn't a ton of action other than the very beginning, but there was a lot of backstory, and it brought a lot of light to that specific character. Check it out if you haven't already done it. I know it's 6 issues deep, and I think a couple of the early issues are a little bit pricier. Nothing too bad, but around $10 to maybe $15. Check it out if you can. But for those reasons, we've got Moon Knight, issue number 6, coming in at number 2. And this is it, my number 1 read of the week we've got coming in at number 1 this week. This is Marvel's Kang the Conqueror, issue number 5. This is cover A, and this is the conclusion to the limited series, and honestly, they killed it. I thought the entire series overall, front to back, was phenomenal. Every single issue, they killed it. The covers were all incredible. The storytelling, the plot development, the artwork, it all flowed insanely well with each other. It was such a cohesive story. I loved every second of it. I highly recommend it. I really don't want to even get too much into this issue. There's going to be a lot of spoilers if I talk about it, but seriously, this is something that you truly need to enjoy for yourself. I think around issue 3 or 4, I got a little skeptical because it turned more into kind of a love story. Kang's out here trying to just find the right Ravonna from the right time period and make her his again. And I thought, I'm not really sure where they're going with it. I hope it's not just this love story that gets all sappy, but man, the way the series started to the way it ended, it all came full circle. And by the end of it, I was like, wow. Little mind blown, but seriously, I loved it. Hands down, one of the best things I've read from Marvel in a very long time. But for those reasons, definitely taking the crown this week at number 1. We've got Kang the Conqueror, issue number 5. All right, so what do you guys think about this week's new comic book day? In my opinion, it was a little bit lighter of a week to begin with. My shop got shorted on some books, so I couldn't grab everything that I really wanted to, but from the books I did pick up, I was pretty unimpressed with a lot of them, but I'd say the top 3 pushing top 4 really liked. Hands down, Kang the Conqueror issue number 5 was taking the crown at number 1. I love that issue. I really did love that series. Please go check it out. But what was your favorite book of the week? And which one do you think I missed out on that I probably should have picked up too? Let me know down below in the comments section what you thought about this week's new comic book day. And thank you for watching this video. If you did enjoy it, please hit that thumbs up button. And if you don't want to miss out on any of my upcoming content, go ahead and hit that subscribe button down below and the little bell to get notified. Every time I drop new content, you won't regret it. And I've got 2 more videos sitting off to the side here with more of my comic book content. Click on one of those and I'll see you in the next one. Have a great day.